Hey everyone, welcome to Just Lovely Energy. Today I am doing a reading for the month of May. Okay, so with your first cards, we have the Fool, Ten of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. And the first thing that I heard is new beginnings along with endings, along with some endings. And these cards, the Ten of Swords and the Fool, they came out of the deck at the same time. And that means you are going to, for some of you, you're going to feel that you're going through certain endings, or it's hard for you to release certain habits. First card being the Fool. This is definitely about May being the time of you trying new things. Also, May is the time of you taking more risk and putting yourself out there more. You're starting a brand new journey, and for some of you, that's going to be with a new job or a new career or a new business, new friends, new additions to your family, new pets. But there is something new that is being added to your life. And we also have the Ten of Swords that came out of the deck at the same time. So along with the new beginning and the new things that you were trying, you also have some endings taking place. And not everyone is going to have the same things that they're focused on ending. For some, it's about ending unhealthy relationships with other people, or it's about ending bad habits that you have picked up or that you have had for years. And you could be ending bad habits that have been within your connections with people. So not everyone has to necessarily cut people off. It's more about cutting off the bad habits or distancing yourself if you have to. But you're embarking on a new journey for yourself, or doing something completely new for yourself. And this also is about people embarking on journeys when it comes to graduating, when it comes to moving forward and starting something new, with their education or with what they've obtained for their education. So you're starting new journeys from what you have accomplished as well. And along with that, some of you are having a hard time at letting go or distancing yourself from either bad habits or from having to distance yourself from certain connections. And they don't even have to be bad connections for everybody. Some are distancing yourself because you're going off to college, or you're going off to another city, or you're going off to another state, or some of you are also traveling. I just heard going abroad, or I'm keep hearing something about college graduate also. So you're just moving on with your journey, with your path. And if you are listening and you're a college graduate, you may be having a hard time with letting go of your school that you went to. You may be having a hard time separating yourself, thinking about separation when it comes to no longer being in school anymore, or when it comes to no longer seeing certain people anymore, because that was your comfort space for a long time. That was your support for a long time. College itself has been a support to you, but it's time to move on with your journey. But yeah, there's lots of different habits that people are walking away from, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, mental. There's so many different habits that people are releasing during the month of May. And in some ways, um, the month of May has been forcing people to release what's not serving them anymore, because we have had Mercury retrograde. We're still in Mercury retrograde right now. And also, um, there's been a huge eclipse season that has just passed. That is the energy is still here of it. So people are still releasing or detoxing or separating themselves from things that no longer serve them, and embarking on new paths or new journeys. And again, if it has to do with separation, it doesn't necessarily have to do with you never get to see people again. It's just you're taking more time for yourself. You're doing things more for you, so you won't see people as often as you normally would. And this especially goes for young adults. We also have the Four of Wands. So this is a community card, and a lot of you are learning to get out there into the community, get more involved in your own community or in other communities during the month of May. And this, at the same time, this is a celebration coming together for certain events card. And I can't help but to notice that they're wearing white in this photo. And I actually had a dream of an all white party. So there may be people during the month of May being invited to extravagant parties and participating in all white parties as well. But you're focusing on celebration. There's a lot of celebration, including graduates, but also there are people that are celebrating what they're releasing. Even if it has to do with releasing a bad habits, there are people that are coming together to celebrate that. Releasing bad negative relationships, people are coming together to celebrate that. There's a lot of parties or gatherings that are being thrown during the month of May. Also, it has to do with it being summer outside again, in some areas, especially in Wisconsin. And it's starting to get more lighter outside. While some states, they have already been receiving that light and energy. They've been receiving the good weather already, while there's other states that are still just now catching up to the lighter summertime weather. So people are coming outside and enjoying that more. And actually, the people that have used to take things for granted about being more of a homebody, like you're getting outside more and you're going to gatherings more. Something has switched in you where you don't naturally want to be a homebody, or if you've been extremely introverted, you don't want to be as introverted anymore. You're willing to go out more. You're willing to do more outside during the month of May. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is talking about change, and it's talking about change you can't ignore. So these type of changes that are happening right now, especially with the eclipse energy, the eclipse season, and Mercury retrograde, these are the type of changes that you have to go along with and you cannot ignore. And you cannot avoid these changes or do anything because they are fated changes that are happening. Also, I'm getting a message about there being lots of invitations. So I'm picking up that people who don't normally go a lot of places, your homebodies, you're also receiving a lot of invitations to go places, and it'll be wise for you to start saying yes to those invitations during the month of May. There's so many different celebrations that people are having. And then we have the Seven of Cups and the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, with the Page of Cups, that's talking about the higher education and independence. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which this is talking about those new experiences that I was talking about, as well as the Nine of Pentacles, which is about independence and doing things for yourself. So it's really, because Seven of Cups is here, I do feel that this is about exploring options, getting out there, exploring more options for yourself, whether it be celebrations or just completely changing up something else, focusing on something else. But you are focused on more of your options in the month of May, or opening up your options more in the month of May. Like we talked about, opening up to going places or doing more, or for some of you, you are receiving new people into your life as you are releasing others, or as you are distancing yourself from others, you're also accepting new people. And also with the Seven of Cups, it normally is about indecision, or it's about unclarity, not being very, very clear. But I see that coming to an end for people that weren't very clear about their path. Now you're making a decision about your path and moving forward in May, especially if you've been in an indecisive space. So what other messages do you have for those that are watching when it comes to the month of May from this love deck? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have passion, along with fulfillment and consistency. So during the month of May, a lot of people are getting more into their passions, leaning more into what they're passionate about. When it comes to what you love, when it comes to who you love, you're getting more into that. And it's leading you to fulfillment, to open up more to it. And it's also opening up wish fulfillment for a lot of you during the month of May. So you'll be receiving things that you have been praying for or asking about. Again, clarity is coming, answers are coming. And the more you lean into your passion and just that, the more it benefits you. The more you're leaning into what actually fulfills you, the more it's benefiting you during the month of May. This also goes for people being able to quickly manifest what they want by being very passionate about it, by being very passionate about doing the work to receive. So for your first card, we have Reflect, which this is what is making people lean more into their passions during May, because you have done a lot of reflecting. Yes, because of Mercury retrograde, but also because of other seasons as well. You've done your reflecting, you sat and you've done the work, and you have brought the focus to what will make you happy. And for others of you that haven't done that yet, you are, or you have been brought into that space of needing to reflect or looking at exactly what makes you happy or exactly what you want, and focusing more on gratitude. So it's opened up a lot of doors for you. We also have Faith, which has to do, again, some of you praying or keeping your faith about certain situations, and keeping your hope and faith about you in general, believing in yourself, having more faith in yourself and what you bring to the table and who you are. And so it is leading you to your desires. You are getting the message that you didn't keep faith for no reason. You kept your faith for a reason, and now you're seeing that during the month of May. During the month of May, you are seeing where your loyalty lies more clearly, reflecting on that and deciding what to do about what you've been loyal to thus far, as well as you're seeing who is actually loyal to you. And those that aren't really loyal, of course, you will be letting them go and moving on. And I'm also getting with this message, loyalty, that as you focus on your passions and what fulfills you, the more you focus on you receiving fulfillment in your life, you'll see that there are people that are supporting you and loyal to you, and they continue to be. Even if you have doubts, for some of you, you have doubts that if you do your own thing, that other people will not be supportive, and you couldn't be more wrong. There are people that will still continue to be loyal to you, even if you focus on your happiness more. And you just have to go out and do more to see that. But there's a lot of loyalty being shown, and for some of you, it's about loyalty being revealed, because it's something that you didn't even quite see before. And for those of you that have been working on something, there are people that are willing to support you. During the month of May, you're going to see that there are people that are willing to support whatever you're willing to share, whatever you're willing to say, whatever you're willing to express. Okay, from this deck, what are the messages for the month of May? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have Confront. So this makes me also think about that reflection card. But yeah, a lot of you in the month of May are confronting yourself and having to tune in and focus on what you really want, asking yourself what you really want. For some of you, it's going to be you speaking to your inner child, but you're confronting your desires. For some of you, it's about you confronting your intuition, letting it speak to you, letting it work through you. um for others of you, this is about confronting your past and getting closure, finally receiving closure. And then we have heart chakra at the bottom of the deck. So that's about getting the closure you need. You confronted what you have been needing to confront in order to get closure. So you open up more. So your heart chakra opens up more. So your heart opens up more and you soften up. You're softening up and focused on being more soft, leaning more into your feminine energy during the month of May. Whether you are male or female, it's a focus for you, as well as you can't forget that Mother's Day is coming up. So some of you are naturally getting more into your soft energy or feminine energy because of that. And you don't have to be a mother for that to take place either. It also has to do with you wanting to be closer to your own mother. So your first card we have is Open Up. And that's what a lot of you are doing. Like I said, getting yourself back out there, taking more risks, going to more events, going to be involved in more outside. So you are finding yourself opening up more. Some of you are seeking more clarity or answers or just signs and messages. So leaning more into spiritual rituals that pay more mind to your body, mind, and spirit, aligning everything so you can be more clear. This is the type of activities that you're seeking out during the month of May as well. And you're really seeking more of a peace of mind. Whether you're by yourself or whether you're always around others. Also have the card Reach Out. So again, this is a lot of people getting invitations. People are reaching out to you, inviting you to events or parties or small get-togethers. Your people are reaching out to you. And again, this lady on the card, she looks unimpressed. But again, this has to do with like you receiving more invitations to level you up and to help you out from the space that you've been in. You know, if you've been more to yourself. We also have the word transmute. So a lot of people are transmuting energy, negative energy into positive. Again, darkness into light. Being extra introverted into being more extroverted. The list goes on, but people are really changing. There's also a beetle on this card, and it's representative of creativity, and you're channeling more creativity this May. That's what's opening up for a lot of you. You may be also like receiving certain downloads that helps you when it comes to transmuting your energy that you've been trying to take care of. For the next card, we have the Weaver. And this card is about creativity and all things coming together. So, for those of you that haven't really felt comfortable with all things coming together more, this could be about people coming together that you didn't think could ever come together. That's happening during the month of May as well. And also, for those of you that have been like through traumatic events and you feel that you have a hard time like believing that things could come together for you, like you're seeing things differently in a different perspective during the month of May, and you're starting to see how things have always been working in your favor. And the last card from this deck is Compassion, and this just goes to show that you are opening up to more and even showing more compassion to yourself and others during this month of May. The last messages I have for you are financial or money messages. So divine, what are the messages that you have for people about finances and money during the month of May? Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have poverty consciousness. So some of you need to change your mindset, especially if you've been looking to get into new career or something new, as far as you having a different position. You're gonna have to work on that lack mindset. First money card is it's time for a career change. So for some of you, you are preparing yourself for some type of change within your career, within your job, or within whatever niche you've been in, and you're focusing on change and implementing change more during the month of May. And you've been really planning. If you have been planning already, then this is you making your steps during the month of May to accomplish more. Set yourself out to accomplish more of what you've been wanting. And then we have perfect time to invest and take a vacation. So this is a sign if you've been wanting to take a vacation around this time of the year, this is your sign to start either planning for that vacation or go on the vacation if you've been wondering if you should go. As well as for some of you, this is a message that it's a perfect time for you to start investing and saving for your next vacation. And if you're feeling led to go somewhere, it is most likely for good reason. Either it's going to help you when it comes to relaxation more, or it's going to help you gain an idea. Sometimes you can't get out of your head or get certain ideas until you go to certain places. And a vacation, it can be somewhere more near or it can be far. It all depends on what you're preferring, and it is about the quality of where you're staying as well, so keep that in mind. But it's a perfect time to save up or invest in going in on a vacation or a trip, or just doing something big to treat yourself if you can't do something big and extravagant like a trip. And then we also have move in silence. So it's very important, especially if you're starting something up and you're implementing change, to move in silence first until you see something paying off. Or also, this move in silence could be about divine giving people ideas and downloads, and your spirit guides or your angels, your ancestors, whatever you prefer to work with. They're saying you need to move in silence and not tell everybody your every move of what you're up to, and you're going to see more results, and you're just going to benefit more if you don't have everybody in your business about your every move that you're making. Thank you for listening to this message, and I hope that it has helped you in some type of way. If it has, let me know down in the comments, and like this video and subscribe to this channel